Good morning and welcome to Saturday training for Send Out Cards. I'm Janine Bolon, and basically this is going to be a start here video. If you're new to Send Out Cards and you really have no idea where to begin, this is the video for you. Right now, it happens to be November 20th of 2020, and so that gives you a time and date stamp on what we're doing today. So in case the software changes, you'll know where along the path you are. So what I'd like to inform you is that there is actually a very easy path that you can walk down for Send Out Cards that will help you get ready to send. First of all, I highly encourage that you download the app on every single device. So download it to your desktop, to your laptop, to your tablet, and to your phone. I have learned that the more electronic devices that I have and the more places that I can put that app, the better, because there are so many ways that I think to send cards to people. And one of the things that is most important to understand about yourself is that you are now using Send Out Cards. It's very important that you send cards. This is not a process that you go ahead, sign up for the membership, and you never use. This is something that you truly make the world a better place by using the system. Now, I encourage you to start here. So what you do is you go to your account. This is your, basic screen here, and you go to account. Then you go to account again, you get that little submenu. So click on account again, double check and make sure that your return address is correct. This is very important for you to stay in contact with your people, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But first, go make sure that you have a return address. Then on that same page, you will see pricing, and you'll click that pricing button and it will take you here. Currently, most people are sitting at the basic or free program. What we encourage you to do depends on what you want to do. Now, if you just kind of want to get into the habit of using Send Out Cards and sending 30 cards for free and all you pay is postage, I highly recommend you do the Card a Day program. That is the single best way to get started with Send Out Cards, getting used to sending cards, doing a card a day, having fun doing that. I'm kind of a beast when it comes to Send Out Cards. I not only buy system packages, I'm at the $97 level. I'm a high-end user, so to speak. I send anywhere from 15 to 20 cards a day because I know how much it helps not only my business, but helps my community feel better. I don't recommend that you get on the $17 a month plan because it's not as cost effective unless you're getting ready to buy a system send, and that we will discuss in the next slide. The system package is where you pay $395, and this allows you to send out 300 cards and all you pay is postage. But that cards usually have to be the same kind of card to each person as part of what they call a campaign. Your upline will be glad to share this with you, or I will be glad to tell you more about it. If you want to sign up for my Saturday trainings, that's totally fine with me. But you definitely want to make sure that you are at the $17 a month level and you don't go any lower than that, because if you go back to basic, you'll lose your addresses. You have to put in the addresses for your cards. So when you buy a subscription package, and most people for the holidays want to buy that because they want to ship out hundreds of cards. What you want to do is go down to the $17 a month package. You want to add system pack, and then you want to enter your credit card information here and all that kind of stuff. And then you want to configure your expense bucket, and that is right there on that. What you want to do is put anywhere from $50 to $60 there, because what that will do is that instead of hitting your credit card for 55 cents, if you're in America, hitting 55 cents for postage in the United States, it will hit your credit card every time you send out a card with that. What you can do instead is that Send Out Cards will pull $50 or $60 out of your account, whatever you decide, and then it will make that one-time pull, and then it will pull from the expense bucket for the postage, and then when it goes to zero, then it will pull another $10 and send that. So it pulls from your credit card in larger chunks, and that's up to you whether or not you want to set that up. Then you go back to your account page, which is right here, and that will let you know how many system sends you have remaining, how many cards that are just postage only you have remaining to send. Also, when it has your renewal it'll tell you what time your renewal date is. If you're on the $37 a month plan, you have to use those cards within those 30 days. You've got to send those 30 cards in 30 days because they do not roll over. And that's one of the ways that some people have really become very effective at using send out cards. It keeps them on a schedule. Where some people see that as a challenge. A lot of the people that are on the $37 a month plan that are in my downline absolutely love it because it keeps them regimented and sending cards. It keeps them in remembrance of it. Now, one of the things I like to share with you is how do you go about growing your business? Whether your business is send out cards or you have some other business, I currently am running 4. What I recommend is that you set up this schedule for yourself. There are 4 hours a week that you need to be working on your business. And that is, you spend an hour a week prospecting, an hour a week doing follow-up, an hour a week connecting, and an hour a week training yourself. I go into detail about this in other places. I also have my website videos for that. I'll have that below in the comments. But what I really want you to to understand is that it is important that you access all the contacts you currently have and start taking those friends that you have from all over the internet and finding out what their addresses are so that you can start sending them cards. This is what I had at April of 2020. I had 1,100 friends on Facebook. I had around 1,600 friends on my contacts in my phone. I had over 1,400 connections in LinkedIn. Over the course of 90 days, I was able to gain new friends, new connections in all those ways, as well as addresses so that I could start sending them cards. I highly recommend that you give yourself a spreadsheet like this where you have lines and that you keep tracking how many people you're increasing on each one of these events, whether it's through Facebook, your personal contacts, or LinkedIn. Track that because that will let you know how well you're doing with your prospecting. Also, establish a calendar so that 1 hour a week you are doing nothing but taking your address book, wherever it is, digital, analog, doesn't matter, and you are transferring addresses from your address book and into the Send Out Card app. And then what I encourage my downline to do is I say, take your people that you have in your address book and put them in the Send Out Cards app, send a card. Transfer an address, send a card. Transfer an address, send a card. And I know that sounds very repetitive, but that is one sure way to make sure that you have correct addresses for people, right? Also, set times. It's very important that you set these times up in your calendar, whether it's digital or analog is a preference for you, but set up times where you're spending time building your business, the prospecting, follow-up, connecting, and training yourself. But then you also spend time sending cards. Are you spending 15 minutes a day sending cards? Are you spending an hour a day? I set up an hour a day where I do nothing but send cards. And on average, I'm sending anywhere from 10 to 20 cards a day. I take Saturday and Sunday off. I don't focus as heavily on that, but I do get promptings during Saturdays and Sundays. And so I'll send cards as I'm running around with my phone, as I'm waiting for a child to come back to the car, as I'm in the parking lot waiting on something. I'll be sending cards from my phone, which is why it's so important that you download the app. The thing is this, are you truly connected with the people that you have in your Facebook, LinkedIn, and contacts? And the answer is not really, because every time I do a system send, every time I do a mass send of things, I find out how many people have moved, changed addresses, things have happened in their life to where the cards come back to me. So what I encourage you to do is when that happens, you snap a picture of the returned address and on Facebook or LinkedIn or in your contacts, give them a message and say, hey, what did I do wrong? And people will update their addresses. I've only had one person that did not update with me out of all the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of returned addresses I've received. Remember what the purpose of Send Out Cards is. We give smiles through the mail. We give hugs through the mail. We send jokes. We try to get laughs. We're trying to make the world better, one card at a time. And there are people who relish the cards that we send. Make sure you're sending those cards, because there are people out there that wait and look forward to seeing your return address on that card. You absolutely make their day. And I'll be quite honest, I'm incredibly selfish about this. It gives me a boost too. It's one of my favorite parts of my day is when I can send out cards, which isn't even a business I built, right? I build businesses and I sell them off. That's one way I make my money. And one of the things I just absolutely love about Send Out Cards is this was a business I didn't have to build, and yet I get so much in return. I enjoy what I do when it comes to Send Out Cards. So make sure that you keep track. If you're on the $37 a month program, which is a great way to get started, make sure you keep track of when you renew each date. Put that in your calendar and make sure that 5 days before, if you want to, set an alarm on your phone saying you only have 5 days to use up the rest of your Send Out Cards. That way you're getting the biggest bang for your buck, as they say. You're getting the most out of your money that way. I highly encourage you to do that. So what are some next steps for you? Well, I encourage you to start sending cards and asking people for their addresses. I also encourage you to join my Saturday trainings. Since you're on Send Out Cards, you're totally welcome to join my Saturday trainings, ask questions. We have a wonderful community that will be more than happy to help you. It's part of what I call my Thrive Tribe. We totally thrive by sending out cards. We're all business owners. Love to have you with us. But remember, this comes from the #1 salesman at Send Out Cards, Jordan Adler. He talks about just think simply, people. It's too easy to get things complicated. All you need to do is send your product, use your product daily, show your business daily, and never quit with what you're doing. So send out cards daily. If you want to become a Send Out Card affiliate in the sense of making it a business, show somebody every day how you send cards. Just once a day, show somebody, oh, it's so easy. Let me show you here on my phone. And never quit. Okay? So this is Janine Bolon with the Saturday trainings for Send Out Cards. I look forward to seeing you again, and I hope you found this video helpful. Please say thank you to your upline today. If you like, go ahead and send them a card. They're the ones that referred you. And just know there are a lot of people in this world that care about you a lot. They just don't know how to send cards yet. They think it's hard. So how about you get out there and show them how easy it is. Have a great day.